for new parents. Over to you, Mr. Charles.
Yes, thank you very much. If you recall, yesterday we were in some kind of esoteric topic. We were looking at visualization, and some people might find it a little bit abstract, but I think with gradual practice, meditation, yoga, mindfulness, we'll be able to apply it to our lives. And so for today, we're looking at, essential money management tips for new parents. It's very exciting when people get married. All the excitement comes with it. And one surprising thing that we have come to discover is people don't even think at first that before they know what, children will start coming. So we're advising our investors, if you are a aspiring parent, you should be prepared, you should be ready. After all the euphoria of the marriage, you should know that, in fact, this is our African culture. People will start counting for you. And in fact, even in the day of the marriage, they'll be telling you in 9 months' time, they want to see this, they want to hear cry in the house. And of course, that can give some newly married people some kind of anxiety. But we are saying you don't need to be anxious. Just know that God's time is the best. And of course, but again, we must also look at it critically. Does it mean that when two people marry, they want to have children? It doesn't follow. But anyway, let's look at the average investor that has gotten married, and of course, they're expecting they're going to be becoming new parents. And let's see. And at first, just two of them in the house, they plan for their shopping, what they eat, and all that. Now, a third soul, or it might be twin, it might be triplet, it might be quadruplet, as the case may be. But a third soul, an entirely different being, is coming to join them. And I think it is appropriate that they make preparation for that soul that is coming to join them. Because whether we like it or not, children are a gift from God. And they are not our property. They are just given to us on trust for we to take care of them. And when the time comes, they will go their way. Yes. And that's why they say you have to train the child, and let the child know the Lord, so that when the child grows up, he will not depart.
Train the child in the way of the Lord, so that he will not depart from it.
So, but again, that will depend so much on the caregivers, the parents at home, and of course, the teachers when the child is of school age. But let's see, what are some of the financial implications for a new child coming to the house? So we're going to be looking at the 9 essential money management tips for new parents. Yeah. So struggling with finances as a new parent, you just have to follow these steps we are going to, discuss today. There are about 9 tips to save money. Okay, so the first one we'll look at, you will choose a convertible gear. You skip the non-sin wardrobe. You wait for flash sales. You buy clothes with room to grow. You share food menu. You ditch the diaper. You create a personal budget. Trim down on unnecessary expenses. Then, of course, you ditch what it can be debit card. So babies can add joy and laughter to a boring lives of parents. Do we agree with that? But they also had a whole new list of costs to the family budget. That's true. So from clothing and accessories to nursery items to baby gears, the list seems to be endless. And during this buying spree, saving money seems to be an impossible task. Well, it can be really hard for you to manage your expenses while deciding what is necessary to buy and what is not. So if you're a new parent out there, as an investor, you're a new parent, who is fretting over how to save money. In fact, most new couples, when they have children, when they have their first child, they don't think of saving money. They don't think of saving money.
They go all out.
Of course, they go all out. But we are saying you can take a step further. You can still save money while you have a new gift in your house. And I find they fret over how to save money and eagerly looking for money management tips. Tips for new parents, look no further. In today's program, we're going to be discussing some of them which I've already outlined. Okay? So with this essential new parent advice and money saving tips, let's see what kind of advice we can begin to give to our new parents, our investors who have become new parents. Choose convertible gear. Let's see what he's talking about. One of the key tips on money management is to choose convertible gear. Thanks to advanced technology, can you easily find the gear that will grow with your baby? You know, there are certain things you will buy. The baby will use it 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, you know, it will still be okay for the baby. So from strollers that convert as newborn becomes a toddler, to cribs for infants that convert into toddlers' beds, there are various options out there. Such convertible gears help reduce the number of items you need to buy, helping cut costs. So you see, this you have to do it consciously. You must plan for it, you know. But if you don't have the experience and nobody has told you, you just buy certain things, use it. Before 2 or 3 months, it's no longer useful to the child. You have to go and buy again. So as new parents, you must be conscious. You know, you must look for those items, whether it's a new stroller, convertible, that as soon as the child is moving from one stage to the other, what you have bought is still useful for the child to use. 2, you skip the nursing wardrobe. Let's see. Planning to breastfeed your baby? Of course, though not being a gynecologist or a midwife, I always advise women to breastfeed exclusively for 6 months. A great choice for both your baby and your money management endeavor. However, spending that same money on an entire set of nursing clothing will not be a wise decision to make. Zip up hoodies, bottom down shirt, and even tank tops and t-shirts can do the job just as good nursing tops. We're talking for the mother now, you know, because they will say all the dress that they have is no longer fit them again. They want to go and, you know, do new shopping and all that. We say that is not the time for you to go on a spending spree. So you need to be very conscious as to the type of your fashion during that period. So additionally, a big scarf could be as good as a nursing cover if you choose to cover up during the nursing time. Yeah. So don't spend too much on your nursing clothing. They might tempt you, especially if you are first-time mom to be, but don't let yourself be carried away. Don't let yourself fall for them. So for the mother, please, you have to still try to maintain your fashion. Who says because you have given birth, you will maintain yourself? So 3, wait for the flash sales. Always wait when they are doing special offer, you know, for babies, a particular season. Then most of the items you will get there will be, and I bet you will be 50% cheaper if you patronize them. So always wait for special offer. Okay. So tempting to buy cute little baby clothing, you know? Those tiny shoes are so cute. At least I'm talking for myself as an experience. I saw that, and they are so fine. You'll be so tempted, no, you just want to buy, whether you have the money or not. And those sleep suits look simply adorable, but don't let them trap the mommy or daddy side of you with their cuteness. So you just have, because the shoes are so small, the dress are so small, you just go and get them, and you are admiring them on the child and all that. But before you know what, those shoes or sleep suits can't wait in that store. Even if they get sold out, you could always find some cute ones. So don't rush. As a part of effective money management, buy them when there is a sale. You know, go to the store when there is a bonanza, when there is a special sale. So make a list of things you need to buy and purchase them during flash sales. Since babies grow really quickly, spending hefty amount on their clothing and shoes could only make your financial struggle more complicated. So act smartly, wisely, and save money. Okay, so you can see, always go when there is a special offer. Yes, another money management tip for new parents is buy clothes with room to grow. In fact, I did this quite a lot. Yes, and in fact, I was even laughing that I saw, I think, a short, I don't want to say short knicker, a short that was bought for my son. It was like a trouser. But over time, it became normal for me. Then they'll tell you, close them up, close everything, wrap them well and all that. And that short became, it was like a trouser for him. But over time, 2, 3, 4 months, it was normal for him, So you need to buy clothes, with room to grow. So as mentioned earlier, babies grow really fast. So it is better to purchase clothes that are one size up. It will help your baby grow into the clothing without growing it too quickly. Additionally, the pants or leggings can turn into capris, or dresses can turn into shirts as your baby grow. After all, money management is about how you utilize things. So you just have to be conscious about it. Okay, so don't go there and buy those very little shirts that will just be useful to the baby. After 1 or 2 months, it's no longer the size of the child. You need to go and, change the wardrobe every time. But if you buy give allowance for them, to grow and make use of those clothes is better, because you'll be saving some money. So another tip again for you to manage your money while you're a new parent: share the food menu. Packaged baby food can be pretty pricey. So why not smash those fruits or veggies yourself if you have the time? In fact, once your baby has been introduced to solid food, sharing your meal with them is also a good idea.
But it depends, though.
Yes, that's why you say it depends.
It depends.
Yes, it depends.
And from a few people that I have around, like my elder sister, she belongs to some of these mommy group.
Okay.
So some of them come there to share tips, share ideas.
Exactly. It's very
there are
useful.
some of these food that you can meal and make by yourself.
That's true.
Yes, because I remember there was one she used to make herself. She would use groundnut, soya beans. She would, roast them in the oven. Then she would blend it herself. She had so many things, and even as an adult, then I used to taste the
they are very tasty. Yes,
these small children, they enjoy.
So you can do some of all those things.
She had to improvise, because when she had her first daughter, then that one she went all out. She would buy all these foreign packaged food, pureed fruit and everything. She now said most of these things even have preservatives. Let me be making them myself.
So health-wise, at the same time, you'll be saving money for it. So making them eat table food is most likely to develop good eating habits. They will be less picky about their food when they grow up, and what's better than a homemade healthy meal? So new parents should look at that. So start sharing for efficient money management and to ease that financial strain. Okay, let's go down and see what we can do. Number 6, ditch the diaper bag. Okay, charmed by those flamboyant baby bags. When I see some mothers who carry their babies, maybe they are going for what do you call it now, immunization or one thing or the other. You see some are trying to even make a fashion statement even while carrying the baby. And we know that some of those things can be quite expensive. They are good, but we are saying you have to be conscious at this stage so that you don't strain your finances. So, but trust me, that's tute or backpack you already have can do the job as good as those pricey diaper bags you are trying to carry. Anyway, in the mothers used to carry us at the back now, but these days you don't see young parents carrying children at the back again.
Some still carry,
very few. But this one, this baby carrier in front, and it looks it's a fashion statement.
It's not a fashion statement, it's for comfort.
It's for comfort, but at the same time, it's also a fashion statement, the way they will do it to blend with what they are putting on, what the baby is putting on, and all that. Yeah. So, moreover, if you choose to exclusively breastfeed your baby, you shouldn't have much to carry in your bag. But even if you choose to give formula, a bottle and a container won't take much room in your bag. If you still think you need a baby bag, go for the less expensive one. This can be useful as the expensive one, because the essence there is for you to just carry your baby, make sure your baby has all what he or she needs. Well, anyway, no matter what, whether you are a nursing mother, whether you are pregnant, you still need to maintain yourself, look fit, and look also attractive to your spouse, no matter what. Number 7, create a personal budget. Creating a budget is a must for money management. For you to manage your money, you need to create a budget. And we have explained what budget is. You need to list that out, all your expenses. You need to list where the revenue is coming from and see that your revenue also is more than your expenses. That is a budget surplus. And if your expenses is more than your revenue, that is a budget deficit. So money management can be really helpful in managing your finances. It helps you know where exactly your money is going and how to make cuts. So even as a nursing mother, you need a budget. Once you start tracking your spending, it helps you identify the areas where you can save money. That's the essence of budget, of budget and budgeting. Having a monthly budget allows you to become more aware of how to spend wisely. It helps you adjust your spending habits. So as a nursing mother, as a new parent, budgeting is very, very necessary, because you will know it will assist you in terms of your spending budget, your spending habits. Number 8, trim down unnecessary expenses. Once you are done creating a budget, try reducing monthly expenses. Remember, every dollar you save means another dollar towards your baby expenses. Here are a few self-money management tips to help you cut down your necessary expenses. 1, cutting down reliance on air conditioning in the summer. Anyway, in Nigeria here, what do we do? I've seen a parent, a nurse who was complaining that the child was always crying because the heat was so much in the house. Mm-hmm. Yes, so but now these days, where some parents can afford air conditioning, they can also afford solar, that they can run their air conditioners throughout the night, even when the almighty power supplier is not functioning. But you need to look at other efficient energy source, that you can use and let the baby be comfortable with that. Reducing temperature in the house by a couple of degrees, you can also do that. Taking shorter showers, you can do that. Unplugging appliances or light that are seldom used to reduce your impact on your electricity bill. If there is nobody in the room, switch off all the lights. Watching Netflix, inviting friends over for a potluck instead of going out for a costly dinner or a movie. Once you are
a potluck, most people might not understand. A potluck
yes,
is a kind of party that when everyone is coming, you say, okay, you bring macaroni and cheese.
Exactly.
You bring salad. You bring baked chicken.
Yes.
You are responsible for drink.
Exactly.
That's
a potluck. And you see that it will reduce you. What about the Netflix? Instead of going for a movie.
Yes, that's what most people do these
now.
days.
Okay.
Even cable subscription, there are people that don't subscribe anymore.
I see.
They rather pay their Netflix subscription.
Okay. So you can invite friends in and you watch together while you are still taking care of the baby and even yourself too, because you are reducing your expenses so that you will have enough finance to take care of the baby very well. Holding off on upgrading to a new phone or TV, so it's not at this time you begin to do an unnecessary subscription. You just, at this period, you focus on your baby. Number 9, ditch, I will say, the credit cards, because they are not too common here. I will say be very careful with your debit card. Be very careful. At times, it's not even advisable to even go to a shopping mall with your debit card. I can pay my card. It's always very easy. So try as much as possible to make sure that you plan all your expenses so that you just have that exact amount and a little plus or minus, so that you don't go and overspend. Somebody said something about this mall these days that some items they will just, the prices are so exorbitant that you might not even know. When you go to the counter, you pay, they give you a receipt, and
that's where you now see,
it, you know.
Yes.
And you be wondering, say, how come, you know, and all that. Some persons have complained.
It has happened
seriously.
to me before.
Okay, you know, so let us also be very watchful when we go to such places. Want to stick to your money management plans? I'm sure you want to. Well, it's time to ditch that your debit card. Simply throw them out of your life if you want to have a strong financial plan. You know, debit cards can be really draining your bank account. As to control extra expenses and spend more on the baby essentials, it is important to consider these small changes in your life. You know, so final word, from budgeting to reducing unnecessary expenses, there are quite a lot of changes that you can incorporate in your daily life to see big results. Small changes in spending can lead to a big amount of saved money. When life can be enjoyed in less, why spend more and create financial strain? It is all about perspective and how you manage things. So spend smartly and save greatly. After all, it takes a lot of time and energy to earn money. You agree with that? To earn money that you can spend in just 5 minutes. Saving money could ensure your little one enters the world and grow into a financially stable environment, because that is the first point of call of the child. That environment must be humane. That environment must be serene. That environment must be devoid of any hostility, even when it comes to money issues, so that the child grows up in a very peaceful and calm atmosphere. And we have seen so many cases in adult life today. We trace it as financial therapists that are issues that has to do with the upbringing of the child, the environment, how the parents were fighting because of money, and so many other issues. So you don't want your own child to be part of that statistics, and even yourself. So you must adhere strictly to some of these tips we have given for you to ensure that your child grows in a financially stable environment. Thank you.
All right, that wraps up the investor education series for today. We'll go for a short break, and when we come back, we'll be looking at the health and wellness segment. And today we're discussing stress and how to manage it. A quick break and we'll be back. It's still Yoruba on Business Radio.